Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I've come up to Hamilton, Ohio today to get some trains, and I already got 4 trains. The first up was Y101. It had the transfer caboose in the middle. Man, I always love catching a caboose. It's just like old times that, you know, the big trains, they don't need them anymore. The class ones, they don't need a caboose. These trains need cabooses anymore because they have the end-of-train device, the Freddy. That takes the place of the caboose. So I kind of wish they'd bring the caboose back, though. Who needs a Freddy? That thing's boring. And after that, I caught X142 for CSX, which is an intermodal headed up to North Baltimore, Ohio. He comes out of Jacksonville, Florida. So he's got a long transit, but he's more than halfway there. And after that, I caught a Norfolk Southern train hitting on the Newcastle sub. It was pretty cool. A lot of potash on that guy, and chlorine, actually. And I just caught a CSX grain train. Empty. He was empty. But, so I'm up here in Hamilton. I'm feeling a little drizzle. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today. I don't think it is. It wasn't in the forecast, but you never know. That could always change. But here I am, man. I'm going to drive around getting some trains. We're going to see what else we can get into here. So do me a favor. Stay tuned. All right, gang. Good morning. I'm in Hamilton this morning. Check a look all the way down there. We got Y101 coming down. He's got the caboose in the very middle of the train. But also look over there on track 1, we got a high green. So I'm lucky it's starting to cloud up here. I tell you what, it's humid this morning, and the sunlight makes the humidity worse. So if the sun would stay, I would have to go find somewhere a bit cooler and shadier to be. Right, we're gonna back off just a little bit here. In a minute, these gates are gonna go down, and I'm inside the actual gate, so I'm gonna have to step back towards this corner to my right. There's the caboose. That thing is called a transfer caboose. That's the proper name for it, unless there's some other name for it, but I know it's transfer caboose. So anyways, there goes Y101. We're still waiting on that train. It's a high green. It's been very slow this week. I don't know if that's got to do with any floodings in different places, but hopefully we'll get some here. All right, there goes Y101, folks. Stay tuned. We're gonna get more. All right, everybody, got the gates going down here. And I say that because we have that train coming. That was on that high green. He's gonna come around that curve. CSX this morning on this one. Looks like I-142 or X-142, one or the other. I said Buckeye Freight Rail, and I think he was at Dayton or somewhere. And it was early morning like this, and he caught 142. So, it don't matter to me what time they run them. Keep hearing the locomotives for 142 echoing off all the buildings in downtown Hamilton, and it sounds like there's another train coming, but I don't think there is. I think it's just echoes. Well, the clouds moved in, the rain's, supposedly that was in Indiana that's headed this way, is fizzling out. But there are clouds, and that is keeping the temperature down. Like I said before, it's humid out, and the sun makes the humidity worse because it heats up that moisture and you're just walking through hot, soupy air. I mean, it's May. It's not even supposed to be this darn humid, and it is. That's usually a sign for us around here that summer is going to be pretty miserable. Hot, humid. We'll be finding lots of shade and drinking lots of water. Oh. Pretty long 142. Like I said, I-142 and 141, they worked 5 yards along the way, so they both worked the same amount. All right, there they go, I-142. Let me go back, listen for anything on the scanner coming, and drink some coffee. All right, stay tuned for me. All right, everybody. Move over here by the NS sub. We got a Norfolk Southern train Looks like it might be potash to begin with, but we'll see what goes on after that. Yeah, I think it's manifest. We got a boxcar. First few covered hoppers are potash. There's some ingots, a whole lot of money right there. Aluminium, aluminum as we say here. Some more potash. What's the potash on this one? Excuse me. There's some more for potash. Probably all these grainers are potash. Now there was a yellow over there on for a northbound train. I want to know what it was. So hopefully it doesn't come while this train is going past. Because once this train goes past, I'm going to hop in the truck and go back over there. Or somewhere over there by that to catch that train. But if I miss it, I miss it. That's the name of the game, really. That's when you got so many areas. Lots of potash on this guy. Here comes some more. Sometimes you're like, why didn't you just put a potash train together? But all this is all potash. Big, heavy cars. Wonder what the full tonnage is on them. Chlorine. That's a lot of chlorine right here. Comes even more chlorine. Oh, no, sorry. That's potassium hydroxide. I'll take that over chlorine. train. He's not coming around that curve like no sissy either. He's really moving. There's the end. DPU coming through, man. Awesome possum. There's the DPU. Let's get back over there and see if we can catch that whatever's northbound. Stay tuned, folks. Do not click away. All right, everybody. Catching that northbound CSX. It could be a grain train. There was a grain train that went through Glendale not too long ago. So this could be him. I don't normally see a whole lot of CSX grain trains. But they're moving a lot of wheat right now, a lot of winter wheat, so. That's what this could be. This is going to be an empty grain train. The same is true with CSX about the grain, no matter what kind it is. If it's full, it's going south to different ports. If it's empty, it's coming north, going back to get more. Pretty sure the person that spray paints the Timmy on the NS grainers lives nowhere near where CSX does business or has customers, because you don't see them on CSX cars. You only see them in the NS grainers, and not the new NS grainers, the older NS grainers with the stallion. I haven't seen them on the new ones yet. right, there they go. Empty grain train for CSX. Buckeye Freight Railing is in Dayton. I'm gonna let him know that he just cleared Hamilton. There he goes on his way, folks. Do me a favor, stay tuned. Don't click away. All right, everybody, got the gates going down here at Heaton Street. No runners, no traffic. Just had a Quint fire truck go by for Hamilton to Quint. So Quint is like a ladder truck and a pumper all rolled into one. So they got a hose up top at top of the aerial, and they can do hose stuff. You know, we have a hose team on the Quint, so they're kind of like 2 in 1. Anyways, we got a Norfolk Southern train coming here, folks. I decided to drive around. I saw the signal. I came up here to Heaton Street. Kind of looking over my shoulder to see how many non-rail fans we gonna get. All right. This right here is a mixed manifest. Starting to feel some rain. The rain was supposed to dissipate. And I looked at the radar and it is not doing any of that. It is actually coming this way. So we'll have to figure our way around that. I don't want to film here in the Hamilton in the rain because it's going to take forever. Might go where they're moving a little faster. A lot of BNSF grainers that are full. One doubt it's hauling wheat. You're gonna see a lot of that. That time of year, a lot of the corn and soybeans have made their ways to where they need to go. A lot of winter wheat and other stuff. Yeah, big old hairy sack just went by on that car. It was green. So it's starting to rain. I'm gonna get my hat turned around here so I don't get my glasses wet. My windows are down, hold on. Oh. My windows are down, but it's not pouring yet, so I got that going for me. It might start pouring here any moment. There's no way I can set my phone up to just keep recording. Maybe there is. I don't know. Nope. That didn't work out. I was trying to get to my raincoat, but I cannot get to it. I'm recording this train for y'all. See if I can finagle this here maybe. Well, I tried to make it work, camera cut out. I'm gonna pause this real quick, put on my raincoat. Sorry about that if you were counting the cars. I at least wanted to get on my raincoat, you know? He's moving a little bit faster. This rain might not last long, but whatever, my windows are down. It's not a big deal, it's not a heavy rain. It's actually a rather light rain. I would take a little heavier rain to wash the bird crap off my truck. This isn't a very long train though, so I'm not too worried about it. It's like 300 something axles. Alrighty, DPU coming through, and it is working hard. Many people don't like the MGEs, but I like the way they growl when they're working hard. So I find joy in every sauce and everything. All right, folks, there they go. You can still hear that DPU busting its butt. I am gonna get the camera cut and I'm gonna roll up my windows because it is a wet in these gates. There they go. All right, folks, stay tuned for me. Alrighty, folks, that's gonna do it for this episode of Hamilton. I hope you guys had a blast. But I'm gonna go ahead and start another one just because I'm having a blast, and it's actually raining out right now. Like my beard's wet. It's crazy. I didn't think that it was going to start raining. According to the radar in the Futurecast, it said it was going to start dissipating before it got here, but that is not the case. It has plumb done started to rain, and say that's not a problem as long as it ain't lightning and thunder, because there's not much we can do with lightning and thunder. But anyways, that's about, what, 5 trains, I think? 5 trains for that episode. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start another one, folks. I really appreciate you joining in. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, my friends. And like I said, it's always a good day trackside. It's always a good day hanging out with my friends. Anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. So, like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me. You get all the notifications for when I post, including all the shorts that I need to do better about posting. And some of those bonus trains. I'm putting bonus trains back up now. Those are doing pretty good. So, which brings me to the next one. If you have more time, please watch another video. Because check out some of those playlists that I put on there, you know. Up those groves. We had a lot of trains in the snow this year. Really cool. We had a really cool shot from January when the big snowstorm hit on that one Sunday I was down in Wyoming. So check that out. Really cool video. Anyways, folks, because every video you watch really helps my channel, really helps it grow, and that daily battle with the monstrous algorithm that nobody has any clue what it's doing, and just know they really like subscribers. The algorithm does. And subscribing doesn't cost you anything. But anyways, I'm going to quit rambling, and I'm going to sign out of here. So until we meet again, out there on the rail, folks, have a good day.